people say 3 months, some people say a year, some people say, like the conversation we had at our meeting on Thursday, some people say, why do you even have to meet my family? Why do you even have to meet my parents? So this is a really, really interesting topic. I think we'll have some good conversation about it. And yeah, we want to know what you guys think about it.
Aisha, if you don't mind, right? I would actually like just to give the audience and everybody out there and that listens to us and watches it later a brief background on where this first started. You got a letter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
were somebody
So,
threw up in your inbox,
mhm.
and you introduced this topic to us. Let's introduce this to the world now.
Yes, yes. So it kind of stemmed off of our segment last week where we were discussing age differences and things. And this young lady hit me up and just wanted to kind of get my thoughts on when is a good time to meet the parents. There is a small age gap in between them. And, she was just wondering when is it, let me just say this. Is it important that a woman meets the parents? I think that's what it was boiling down to. Is it important that she meet his parents if he hasn't taken her to meet them just yet? It's been a year or more. Um, when is the right time for someone to meet the parents?
What's up, people?
I'll let the ladies speak first.
Well, y'all heard my opinion on it Thursday, and I stand by it. If that female, it's been 2.5 years, I think you said, and he have yet to take her to meet his family. She wants to go and meet the family. He says she does not need to meet the family. I think if it's important to her, I don't care if she get the coldest treatment it is. Let her go and get that treatment. She want to go. It's important to her because your family is a part of you. She loves you. So she want to be a part of all of you. I see nothing wrong with it. And a decent time is whenever you get serious.
And I think I was saying this too, that a lot of traditional households and a lot of traditional relationships, it's important. You feel included. You feel like you're, gaining leverage with your significant other. When you're first talking, like in your mind, it's like, oh wow, I'm going to meet the individuals that raised him. I'm going to meet his family and see what it's like to be a part of his world a little bit more. And so initially you think, okay, I need to do this. This is the right thing to do. And when we don't get that, then it's like, is he really serious about me?
Well, being a man that has a mother and a father that's still alive, and knowing how important my mother is to me and vice versa, um, I get it. I understand that you have aspirations to want to meet my mom, and if we've been together for some time now, be it some years, not just some months, we're moving serious at this point, and you want to see that, but I don't think sometimes you understand the dynamics of somebody else's family, and that's no excuse, right? Um, just as we talked on Thursday, we may be protecting you from craziness. We might be protecting you from years of unrest in our own home, because you may know the role that my mother plays or my father plays or my family plays in my life, but if you don't get that same feel, if they don't embrace you the way that you want to be embraced, you're always going to have that um you're always going to have that feeling of disregard from them, and it's never going to be a comfortable situation, right? And that puts a strain on our relationship. But then two is sometimes it just don't be a situation where you may say, well, that's no excuse. No, you could take them to see your mother. You know, you ain't that busy. She ain't that busy. You know, my family gathers a lot. My family is actually gathering right now in the South Carolina area. My father's side of the family. My mom is a different animal. My mom moves solo. It's just she do her thing. Her and my little sister rock and roll. Her and her mom and my sister, her sister, they rock and roll. They're a unit. When it comes to family outings, I get more family outings on my father's side of the family than I do on my mother's side of the family. I check in with my mom every couple times a week, because I'm her son, she's my mother. But as far as like having Sunday dinners at the house, she might just cook something and say, yo, come get a plate. Or I know she cooks something, I might slide up on it just because I ain't seen it, right? My mom might not be the type, like since COVID hit, my mom has been real reclusive. My mom rides around in her car by herself with a mask on. That's how like conscientious of stuff that's going on in and around the world, that she just protecting herself and she's staying away from certain things. So yeah, I could bring somebody over. I'm sure if I called him like, yo, I'm dealing with this girl, I'm gonna bring her over to meet you, I'm sure she'll come out of her shell or whatever and come out to meet, right? But let's say if I do that, we do that, I go over there and the conversation is just, oh, hey, how you doing? And you didn't get that warm fuzzy feeling that you may have thought you were going to get, or we're just sitting around doing nothing. You might in your mind like, oh, she don't like me, or is another female, or something else. Like it just be a lot. It just be a lot. And I'm gonna protect. At the end of the day, I'm gonna protect my mother's happiness. I'm gonna protect anything that's mine. Right? I don't just bring randoms to the house. And you may say, well, we've been together for some years, so why, whatever. It's just that my mom might not even be into that. But those that I've been super serious with, like real relationships, they met my family. Like they met my father, my sisters. I got 13 brothers and sisters. That's still family. You met my father. That's still one of the reasons why I'm here. My mom might complete the puzzle as far as me, but she can't ultimately tell me who I can date and who I can't date. You may think she has an input on that, but she doesn't, because I'm gonna live my life the way I want to do it, and she's gonna allow me to do that, right? So this is no cop out. It's just certain things you just understand the dynamics of your life and what's involved in your life, and when the time is right for that, then it goes. It is what it is. And I don't think there's no knock on the person's relationship. If you haven't met that person's mother, you just don't know what's on the other side of that.
No, I see people in the comments saying 6 months that they meet in the pair. So at 6 months, aren't you still just smashing at 6 months?
Not necessarily. People get married in 6 months. T, cut out.
And they get
and they get divorced even faster.
Later.
You say, and they get divorced even quicker, right?
Yep, even quicker.
At 6 months, you might not even be my girl. You probably not even my girlfriend yet. At 6 months, like what's happening right there?
But that goes back to saying, and I think Karen will agree with me, and probably the ladies will agree with me, that just in our minds, it's like when we're being brought to into that circle, we feel like, okay, he's taking us serious. You know what I mean? He's taking us seriously. But you guys have added a different dynamic to it, and basically saying it doesn't mean that I'm not taking you serious. It just means that.
Actually, Nell hit it on the head when he said he have taken women that he's serious about, but he don't take randoms. And that's what you don't do. You don't take randoms. So therefore, she feel like when you take her, she feel like she's not a random. And she's not going per se to meet her in hopes of them having the best relationship again.
All right. So can I
If they are
So
into
can I ask
you
y'all?
guys, then they want to
Hold
be a
on,
part of you
KD.
guys.
Hold on, KD. I understand that false reality that y'all want to run with. I'm gonna let y'all run with that.
Nothing
That
false
false
about
reality.
that.
It's false, Katie, because I could take you to meet my mom and not give a fuck about you. It's a false reality. So
I said they
my
make
question
them
is,
feel. It make them feel
that's
like
what
you do. I ain't saying you do.
that's Katie.
Right.
That's what false reality means. That's what false reality means, Katie.
Well,
That's
it's
what
not
false
false
reality
for
means.
that female.
My question is, so when are y'all taking the male to meet your parent?
Fuck that. When are you taking the male to meet your
What's
children?
up?
When are you
What's
taking the
up?
males to even meet your children? Like, ain't they on the
What's
same
up?
lines as my parents? That's sacred. That's
Yes.
sacred.
I don't have no
That's sacred.
problem with it. If
Yeah.
if it's somebody that I'm serious about, I have no problem with it. I mean, hey, we are a Southern family, so I have no problem with it.
Yeah, it'll have to be on how we vibing.
Yeah.
Like if
Y'all,
I
y'all not y'all not giving me a time span.
See,
yeah,
this the thing, right? This the thing right here. Like we said before, just because somebody takes you to meet their parents, that doesn't mean anything. It could mean a whole lot. It could mean a whole lot, because if you're going around them consistently, if they invited you to multiple things, that's a different story. It's a different story.
But
At the end of the day,
still,
your
what does that
relationship
mean?
shouldn't be based upon meeting my folks.
Right.
Get to know me first. Meet me first.
Right.
Well,
Meet
out
me
of two and
first.
a half years, I
You
think
don't. Some
they would
people
know
don't know each
you.
other in 2.5 years.
Yeah,
Huh?
some people don't know each other in that amount of time.
No, this young lady said that she had been with him 2.5 years, Aisha. Okay,
Right,
out of
Katie.
2.5
And
years, he should have done taken her to meet
and
them parents.
she still could not know him, Katie, is what we're saying.
No, obviously
Right.
she don't.
Yeah, and
I don't know too much about him at all.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about meeting nobody's parents, because that doesn't for me, that don't equate love to me. I don't care. Like I'm in a relationship with you. Yes, your family is a dynamic of you, right? But I'm not sitting up there on the side of the bed, swinging my legs on the side of the bed, and I'm telling her, you better take me to meet your parents by next week, or else. I don't. I'm trying to love you. I ain't got time. I can't love you, your grandmother, your mother, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your daddy, your third nephew and niece. I don't got time for that. I'm trying to get to know you. Meeting your mother, meeting your father, that's cool. I had dynamics where I had relationships where I met the mother and father, and me and the mother and father became real close and cool. Right? I'm a likable person. They are likable people. To this day, we flop. We good. But that's the dynamic that we established at some point. Right? When the time was right, I was taken to meet the folks. When the time was right, she was taken to meet my people.
That's what I said. That's a back in the day thing. Nobody
It's the
cares
back of
about
the head.
that
Things have
at
changed
this
so
day and time.
dramatically.
It's not a back in the day
Because
thing.
what happens if 6 months? Let's say in 6 months,
It
how you
is,
really know
KD.
me in 6 months? We went on a few dates. I knocked you off a couple times in the 6 months. Okay, I take you to meet my mother 6 months. On the 8th month, I break up with the girl, and my mom gonna ask me, well, where's Sheila at? Where Christina at? Where Bobby Christina at? Where Whitney Houston at? Oh, we broke up. Now my mom like, damn, my son is crazy. I raised a man who can't be with one girl for no longer than 6, 7 months, 8 months, a year. Or I'm consistently bringing people, rotating people around into my safe haven. That's my safety. I'm infiltrating my safety just to suffice somebody's mental when they should be worried about how we growing together.
Well, that's the thing. You're not going to take a random. So no, you wouldn't be taking
Fuck
everybody.
a random. Even if you're not a random, you've been together for 6, 7 months. That's not a random.
Right.
But what happens if we break up on the 8th month?
Just right.
What happens if we break up on the 8th month?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you now your life has been complete because you met my mom.
Oh, you talking about? Well, now, whoa. I said it.
So much of an emphasis put on shit that we can't control.
Well, I think, and not to cut you off now, but I think that, yeah, and I think not to cut you off now, but I think too, like if we're dating 6 or 7 months and I'm really into you and I'm really feeling you and I want this to go to the next level and I want to be a part of this man's world, like as a woman, meeting the parents is significant, right? And that just says to us in a sense, like, okay, this will go further. It's going to have some longevity to it. We're 8 months in, we're vibing, I'm loving this man. If we've had sex, the sex is good. I'm all into him. I want it to go to the next level. And so that to some women is it.
So will that stop so if I take you to meet my mother and my father and my sisters and my brothers, right? Can we agree to disagree, or no, not even disagree? Can we agree and make a pact that you won't give me no static in this relationship?
Yeah, if that conversation if the conversation, if I'm fully an understanding of that, absolutely.
No,
yes.
When I mean static is you meet my folks, you meet everybody. You can't. Can we agree that you can't give me no issues? No. Right. No issues, meaning I don't want to hear arguments. I don't want to hear bitching. I don't want to hear complaining. I don't want to hear nothing. I want you to be so cool and chill that you ain't got no issue with me because you done seen my folks. You done seen my family. You done seen my friends. So you seen everybody that's important to me. So that means you now know your position in my life. That means I shouldn't hear shit about, oh, who's this girl? Oh, why you do this? Oh, what's this about? Nothing. You met the Holy Grail.
I'm saying,
why should you hear any of that stuff anyway? Who is that girl? That you shouldn't be hearing none of that no way.
99.9%.
Nah. Wasted energy, man. Wasted energy.
So y'all telling me, let's be clear. So you saying you don't know of any chicks that give men static or accusatory or have issues and are toxic and whatever. And you know what I'm going here in the comments, because we're gonna see it real soon. Men are the same way. That's y'all favorite line. Men are the same. I mean, men too. Well, that goes for women too. We hear that too often.
Yeah, I do. I know women absolutely that are like that, but it's so much wasted energy and negative space to reside in.
Women are like that. You got some on each side that are like that, but not all are like that. That's the thing. But you do have some that are like that.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be that girl giving static all day long. But then why?
You clear one obstacle. You clear one obstacle. So the static was, oh, you never took me to meet your folks. All right, now we going to family outings. I took you to meet my folks. Now you know what happens? Another issue arises. It's never enough.
Not even that. No, can we just focus on what we're doing? Like, can we focus on us? Like,
can we
focus on us? Like, who gives a fuck about all that other shit? Can we focus on us? Can we focus?
That's what I say. That's what I say. Can we focus on us? Can we get us tight?
My mom don't care. She don't want to meet you. She gonna be mad at me if I come over there bothering her. Can we focus on us and what we're doing? If it's necessary, if it's an emergency and I need to do something with my mom or whatever, and you with me, I'm not going to be like, I gotta drop you off first. It ain't nothing like that. But if it doesn't happen, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't automatically equate to a red flag. Like, can we focus on what we're doing? Can we focus on us? Like,
I could see a person saying the red flag was, we've been together for 2.5 years and I've never been over to his house. That's a fucking red flag.
Right.
I could see that.
Right.
But me and my mother?
Right.
I could see somebody saying, oh, every time we get together, he gotta come to my house or we go to a hotel. That's a red flag.
Right.
2.5 years, okay. You should be able to be, you should have free range to come in and out of this joint because we've been together for some time. We done did some things. We done got on each other's nerves. We done made up. We done said we loved each other, whatever the case may be. Now, I could see that. You complaining about that. But meeting somebody's parents, meeting somebody's family, there's bigger fish to fry in this relationship than just that. And if that's your only gripe, sweetie, you don't have a problem.
Right.
If that's the only thing that you're concerned about is I haven't met his mother, then your relationship is very, very good.
Right.
Because that's something small on a very large scale of other problems
not that I know of.
Face in relationships.
Right. No, not that I know of. But I agree with you guys. Like after we talked about it, like I did see it in that sense, you know, where it seems traditional enough, you know what I mean, to meet the parents after a certain amount of time. But after you guys like kind of, you know, made your points, I kind of understand exactly where you're coming from, and it does make sense. It does make sense.
I'll be over here tripping myself out. Y'all got to see me on the camera. I'll be tripping myself out. Like, I know y'all be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'll be tripping myself out because I'll be thinking about stuff. So we traditional and hadn't to meet my parents, but I slept with you on the 23rd hour of us meeting. So we that traditional? Come on. Or the first time we had sex, I had sex with you in the parking lot of a Walmart.
Wait a minute, hold up. Because wait a minute, a sexually aggressive woman does not mean she does not have morals. So
but
yes,
if we talking about tradition,
so yes, I can fuck you on the 23rd hour,
okay,
but I still want to meet your mama just because I'm sexually aggressive or I'm sexually free and open and fluid or whatever you want to say, and I might want to hop on that after 20 hours.
But we can't be traditional then.
It doesn't mean that I
traditional
don't have
then. That's not
morals.
tradition. Tradition is don't have sex until you marry.
Yeah, don't have sex until you marry. Right,
that's tradition.
Right,
so we being traditional, but we breaking the fucking same bonds that we go out here and we preach to people about.
No, hold on.
No, I agree. I don't disagree. But what I'm saying to you is if we're going to be traditional, I'm not saying that everything has to follow a whole completely traditional line. What I'm saying is just in regards to that statement, just because I am sexually open, and I say me because I mean, I've never had a one night stand, but I'm just saying I am very sexually open and free. So if I decided to do that, it doesn't mean that I don't have morals. It just means that night I want to fuck.
I'm not saying there's no morals, but if we're going to be traditional, let's be traditional throughout the whole situation.
No, it ain't even that. What I want to say is, Aisha, say you was talking to somebody and y'all smashed in a couple days, or even if y'all smashed in a couple months or whatever, and you wanted to meet his mom, and he said, "I'm not there yet." Is that a problem if he said, "No, I'm not there yet"?
No, absolutely not. That's quite all right. Everything is not for everybody. I might not be it for you. And that's fine. As long as we're communicating it and I'm not there in a place with you that you are not with me, then it's all good. Because but then I know.
I think what's being lost in translation too is everybody ain't the same.
Right.
Everybody think differently. Right. You might really be the one.
Right.
I might have not grew up in that dynamic. I might have not came from that lineage. I may have not ever experienced that. Right. So you got to give a person time until they feel that way. Right. If you keep hammering home that point and they don't get it, but they only doing it because you riffing on them, it ain't real.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that case, their time. That's what makes it special. That's all. You just have a talk. I mean, just tell her.
Katie,
hold on.
Katie, you
listening to the talks though?
Hold on now, Katie. You said you out though. If he say no, you said you out. If he not taking to meet his mom. You said you out.
Well, I mean, that depends. I mean, okay, I did have to have time to think about it, but that depends. That depends. Now, in 2.5 years, and this particular lady said that she has been wanting to, she's been wanting to. 2.5 years. Come on now, something is wrong. But when I am developing a relationship, then it's got to work its way to it. And if
that don't mean
I would just accept.
They don't gotta.
I would just accept what position I am to play in that relationship. If I ain't good enough to take to your mama or to your other family, well then I know my position. I'm just a piece of ass.
That's bullshit.
You just accept that.
That's bullshit. What if this man is support? Hold up. The fuck?
That don't.
What was the topic earlier? Triggered?
Triggered. You just got triggered. You just got triggered.
That's crazy, KD.
Right.
So you just a piece of ass because you wasn't taking to see my family. What if I'm supporting you, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations? I'm building you up. I'm doing things with you that you haven't even done for yourself, meaning taking you places, doing different things, experiencing different things. That ain't more than just a piece of ass. That's a person that's invested in you. Because you ain't met my folks yet, don't mean that my investment in you is lacking or is not there. So we be on this bullshit train about, oh, I didn't meet his family, so I'm just a piece of ass. You a piece of ass when I'm sitting up there congratulating you and being more of an influence on your life than your own life.
Right.
When I'm sitting up there encouraging you more, when you sitting up there saying you can't do it or you won't know how to get it done, and I'm sitting up there saying, baby girl, you got it, you can do it. Or I'm sitting up here helping you get to your dreams. That means you just a piece of ass.
Okay, as long that depends on what understanding you have with it. That depends on the understanding.
We get, you know what? Real life gets lost in fictional thoughts.
The understanding is real simple. My mom doesn't fuck with people, and she don't want to meet nobody. If we're going to work together on us, let's work together on us. She doesn't give a fuck about you.
Just relate that.
She's my mother. Listen,
I just got a big problem. I just got a big problem when people so quick to walk away from somebody that has invested themselves into your well-being and into your life with something positive. And we so quick to walk away based upon idiotic things that can at some point be taken care of. At some point it will happen.
Okay, y'all, when I say you walk away now, obviously if it's at that point, they have not developed anything. Now, if it's something developed, that's a totally different story. I'm not cold-hearted like that. Gosh,
that's what I'm
making me sound so bad.
No, that's what I'm saying, Katie. It don't matter if it's a developed relationship or not. This relationship is between us. It ain't got nothing to do with our parents. Whatever it is, whatever the relationship is, that's between us. That don't got nothing to do with nobody else.
Because the first thing that's being said is if my mom don't like you or my dad don't like you after you meet them, well, I don't got to deal with them, right? We take on this whole different moxie when something don't go our way. Oh, fuck her then. It ain't, oh, I'm clamoring to meet his mom. Oh, it ain't go the way I want it. Oh, I don't need them. I don't need to be around them then. I don't need them. They're part of my life. So why, if I need them, then what we doing? It just be weird. It just be super weird. Like, I just don't get it. We'll walk away from somebody for foolishness instead of staying there and sticking it out. And then when the time is right, you don't be understanding, like, we miss our blessings. Like, it really could be a whole situation set up the way we wanted it to. And the setup could be so beautiful that we never imagined. We just so quick to detour, or we so quick to pause. We ain't on the right path, but 2 more steps down could be our destiny. And we so quick to walk away from that. For what? What's on the other side of that? Nothing. You starting over again with somebody else.
That's true.
That still ain't going to.
You starting over again with somebody else. It be weird to me. Yeah, and then the nigga that you might got next time, might be sleeping at you in your mom's house with you on the couch, or something. It'd be crazy. It's craziness out here. When y'all get them right ones, stay with the right ones, man. The right ones is the right ones. If that's all the issue you got, you ain't met his mom in 2.5 years. Hold on. Maybe in 6 more months, he got something planned beautiful for you where he's on his knees and his whole family's behind him. He's proposing to you in front of his family and yours.